Patrick LaForte. Michael Patrick LaForte.
Alan Charles LaFrance.
Juan Mendez Lafuente.
Neil Kwang Y. Lei.
Vincent Anthony Laeda.
William David Lake.
Franco Lala Ma.
Chow Kwan Lam.
Michael S. Lamana.
Stephen LaMancha.
Amy Hope Lamansoff.
Robert T. Lane.
Brendan Mark Lang.
Roseanne P. Lang.
Vanessa Lang Langer.
Mary Lou Langley.
Peter J. Lagone.
Thomas Michael Langone.
Michelle Bernadette Lanza.
Ruth Sheila Lapin.
Ingeborg A. D. Larrabee.
Robin Blair Larkey.
Judith Camila LaRock.
Christopher Randall Larrabee.
Hamadou S. Larry.
Scott Larson.
John Adam Larson.
Natalie Janice Lasden.
Gary Edward Laspo.
Nicholas Craig Lassman.
Paul Lasinski.
Charles A. Lorenzen.
Stephen James Loria.
Maria Lavache.
Dennis Francis Levy.
Janine Mary Laverde.
Anna A. Lavardi.
Stephen Lon.
Robert A. Lawrence Jr.
Nathaniel Lawson.
And my beloved brother, Alejandro Castano. Your niece wrote a love letter. It's too long. And if I read it, I know I'm going to start crying. And you said to me, there's no crying. You have to be strong. I just want to say that I love you and I miss you very much. Mom and Dad are here. Your son can't make it. It's hard for him. It's been 14 years. He's 27 now. I know you're going to be very proud of him. He always says why, but he has faith that he will see you one day. We love you and we miss you.
And our beloved Sean Gordon Corbett O'Neill. We think of you every single day. Your light and spirit shine so brightly through our daughter. I know you're so proud of her. She hopes that you see her, and I tell her that you do. We love you, and you are unforgettable.
David W. Lachek.
Eugen Gabriel Lazar.
James Patrick Leahy.
Joseph Gerard Levy.
Neil J. Levy.
Robert G. LeBlanc.
Leon Labor.
Kenneth Charles Lede.
Alan J. Liederman.
Elena F. Ledesma.
Alexis LaDuke.
Daniel John Lee.
David S. Lee.
Dong Chul Lee.
Gary H. Lee.
Hyun June Lee.
Juanita Lee.
Catherine Blair Lee.
Linda C. Lee.
Lorraine Mary Green Lee.
Myung Woo Lee.
Richard Y. C. Lee.
Stuart Soo Jing Lee.
Yang Der Lee.
Stephen Paul Lefkowitz.
Adriana Legro.
Edward Joseph Lehman.
Eric Lerfeld.
David R. Leastman.
David Prudencio Lamagne.
Joseph Anthony Lenahan.
John Joseph Lennon Jr.
John Robinson Lenoir.
Jorge Luis Leon Sr.
Matthew G. Leonard.
Michael Lepore.
Charles A. L'Esperance.
Jeff Levine.
John Dennis Levi.
Alicia Karen Levin.
And my beloved husband, Peter C. Mutos, forever in my heart. And thank you all for those who serve to keep our country safe and our freedom. Thank you.
And my uncle, John Thomas Resta, my aunt, Sylvia Sampio Resta, and their baby that we never got to meet. We all love you and miss you every day.
Neil David Levin.
Robert Levine.
Robert Michael Levine.
Shahid Levenhar.
Daniel M. Lewin.
Kenneth E. Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis.
Yi Wei Lang.
Margaret Susan Lewis.
Daniel F. Liberty.
Arasri Liang Thanasan.
Edward Lynchstein.
Ralph Michael Licciardi.
Stephen Barry Lilienthal.
Samantha L. Lightborn Allen.
Craig Damian Lalore.
Carlos R. Lilo.
Daria Lynn.
Arnold Arboleda Lim.
Nikki L. Lindo.
Wei Rong Lin.
Robert Thomas Lanai.
Thomas V. Linehan Jr.
Diane Teresa LaParry.
Alan Patrick Linton Jr.
Francesco Alberto Libriano.
Kenneth P. Lira Aravello.
Paul Lisson.
Lorraine Lisi.
Ming Hao Lu.
Vincent M. Lito.
Harold Liscano.
Nancy Liz.
George A. Lanes.
Martin Lazul.
Catherine Lisa Laguccier.
Elizabeth C. Logler.
Michael William Lomax.
Jerome Robert Lohes. And my son, my beloved son, Joshua Todd Aaron. Not a day goes by that I don't think about you and talk to you. Everyone whose life you touched knew your passion and your love and is diminished in your absence. You are my gift, and I am diminished in your absence.
And my wonderful, loving cousin, Joseph Francis Sacerdote. The family miss your laughter and your wonderful, funny stories. God bless New York City, and God bless our first responders.
Stephen V. Long. Laura Marie Longing. Salvatore P. Lopez. Daniel Lopez. George Lopez.
Luis Manuel Lopez.
Maclovio Lopez Jr.
Manuel L. Lopez.
Joseph Lestrangio.
Chet Deck Louis.
Stuart Sade Luis.
Joseph Loverio.
Sarah Elizabeth Lowe.
Jenny Sue Kwong Lo Wong.
Michael W. Lowe.
Gary W. Lozier.
John P. Lazowski.
Charles Peter Lucania.
Edward Hobbs Luckett II.
Mark Gavin Levinson.
Lee Charles Ludwig.
Sean Thomas Lugano.
Daniel Lugo.
Marie Lucas.
William Lum Jr.
Michael P. London.
Christopher E. Lunder.
Anthony Lou Perello.
Gary Frederick Lutnick.
Linda Ann Lazacone.
Alexander Ligon.
Cece Lyles.
Pharrell Peter Lynch.
James Francis Lynch.
James T. Lynch Jr.
Louise A. Lynch.
Michael Cameron Lynch.
Michael Francis Lynch.
Michael Francis Lynch.
Richard D. Lynch Jr.
And my father, Battalion Chief Hazmat Operations, John Joseph Fanning. We all love and miss you terribly. You are my strength, guardian angel, and the reason I never give up. I am so proud to be your daughter and to be named after you. I truly hope you are proud of the person I am today. And to your beautiful granddaughter, Kyla, who you never met. She hears about her grandpa Jack all the time. And your nephew, Stephen, flew in from Vegas to be with you today. And to my 3 fellow New York State Court officers who also perished on that horrible day, may you all rest in peace.
And my sister, Juanita Lee. Nina, we miss you every day. Not a day go by that we don't think about you. You would be proud of your daughter, Nikki, who's doing a beautiful job raising your brilliant and beautiful granddaughter, Sakari. Continue to be our angel and watch over us until we meet again, sister.
Robert Henry Lynch Jr. Sean P. Lynch. Sean Patrick Lynch. Terrence M. Lynch. Michael J. Lyons. Monica Ann Lyons. Naheeman Lyons IV. Patrick John Lyons. Robert Francis Mace. Marianne McFarlane. Jan Matsievsky. Susan A. Mackey. William Macko. Catherine Fairfax McCrae. Richard Blaine Madden. Simon Madison. Noel C. Myers. Jenny Ann Maffeo. Joseph Maffeo. J. Robert Magazine. Brian McGee. Charles W. McGee. Joseph V. McGiddy. Ronald Magnuson. Daniel L. Meyer. Thomas A. Mahan. William J. Mahoney. Joseph Daniel Mayo. Linda C. Mayer Grayling. Takashi Makimoto. Abdu Ali Malahi. Deborah I. Maldonado. Myrna T. Maldonado Agosto. Alfred Russell Mailer. Gregory James Malone. Edward Francis Maloney III. Joseph E. Maloney. Jean Edward Malloy. Christian H. Maltby. Francisco Miguel Mancini. And my nephew, Kevin Nathaniel Colbert, who I'm certain is astounded by how much he's loved and still missed by everyone in our family, especially his mom. You're always in our hearts. We miss your smile. God bless you. God bless our troops, cops, and firefighters. And God bless the United States of America. And and lead flight attendant on Flight American Airlines 11, my cousin Karen Ann Martin.
Joseph Mangano.
Sarah Elizabeth Manley.
Deborah M. Manetta.
Marian Victoria Manning.
Terrence John Manning.
James Maunice.
Alfred Giles Padre Joseph Marchand.
Joseph Ross Marchbanks Jr.
Peter Edward Mardikian.
Hilda Marcin.
Charles Joseph Margiotta.
Edward Joseph Martovich.
Kenneth Joseph Marino.
Lester V. Mariano.
Vita Marino.
Kevin D. Marlowe.
Jose Juan Marrero.
John Daniel Marshall.
Shelley A. Marshall.
James Martello.
Michael A. Marty.
Karen Ann Martin.
Peter C. Martin.
Teresa M. Martin.
William J. Martin Jr.
Brian E. Martineau.
Betsy Martinez.
Edward J. Martinez.
Jose Angel Martinez Jr.
Robert Gabriel Martinez.
Waleska Martinez.
Lizzie D. Martinez Calderon.
Paul Richard Martini.
Anne Marie Martino Kramer.
Joseph A. Miscali.
Bernard Marshanajas.
Stephen Frank Massey.
Ada L. Mason Aker.
And my uncle, firefighter John James Tipping II. Uncle John, you're the greatest example of a hero that I've ever known. Thank you. We love you and we miss you.
And my father, firefighter Leon Smith Jr. of Ladder 118, Engine 205. Mom, Grandma, my sisters Tiffany, Yolanda, Deshauna, Jasmine, Leandra. We're comforted today only knowing that you did a job well done. To all the 9/11 families, my podium partner here, my family, on the behalf of my family, we wish you all peace, blessings, and we continue to pray for those who act cowardly towards others. And to the men in uniform, men and women, we thank you for your service. God bless.
Nicholas George Massa.
Patricia Ann Cimaroli Masari.
Michael Massaroli.
Philip William Mastrandria Jr.
Rudy Mastrocinque.
Joseph Mathai.
Charles William Mathers.
William A. Matheson.
Marcelo Matriciano.
Margaret Elaine Maddock.
Dean E. Matson.
Robert D. Matson.
Walter A. Matusa Jr.
Timothy J. Maud.
Jill Mora Campbell.
Charles A. Morrow Jr.
Charles J. Morrow.
Dorothy Morrow.
Nancy T. Morrow.
Robert J. Maxwell.
Renee A. May.
Tyrone May.
Keithroy Marcellus Maynard.
Robert J. Mayo.
Kathy N. Mazza.
Edward Mazzella Jr.
Jennifer Lynn Mazzata.
Karia Mbaya.
James Joseph McAlery Jr.
Brian Gerard McAleese.
Patricia Ann McKenney.
Colin R. MacArthur.
John Kevin McAvoy.
Kenneth M. McBrayer.
Brendan F. McCabe.
Michael McCabe.
Thomas Joseph McCann.
Justin McCarthy,
Kevin M. McCarthy,
Michael Desmond McCarthy,
and my father, Charles Joseph Margiata,
and my mother, Maxima Jean-Pierre. We love you and miss you and pray that all of you will instill this in your heart. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning.
Not a day goes by where Mommy, Charlie, and I do not think about you. We miss you so much. You would be so proud of us. Your son, who has accomplished so much and followed in your footsteps to Brown University and excelling in his career. Me, who just married to a cop. I know you're laughing about that. This year I missed you walking me down the aisle. But thankfully I had an amazing escort, my brother, your son. And finally, you would be so incredibly proud of Mommy and how well she has raised us. She is our rock, and I know you're always there for her. Please watch over all your family members, and please say hi to Grandma. Love you always and forever.
Robert G. McCarthy,
Stanley McCaskill,
Katie Marie,
Anna Valentine McCord,
Ruth Magdalene McCord,
Charles Austin McCran,
Danielle F. McDay,
Matthew T. McDermott,
Joseph P. McDonald,
Brian Grady McDonald,
Michael P. McDonald,
John F. McDowell Jr.,
Eamon J. McAveen,
John Thomas McCurlin Jr.,
Daniel Francis McGinley,
Mark Ryan McGinley,
William E. McKinney,
Thomas Henry McGinnis,
Michael Gregory McKinty,
Ann Walsh McGovern,
Scott Morin McGovern,
William J. McGovern,
Stacy Senes McGowan,
Francis Noel McGuinn,
Thomas F. McGuinness Jr.,
Patrick J. McGuire,
Thomas M. McGill,
Keith David McHeffey,
and M. McHugh,
Dennis J. McHugh III,
Dennis P. McHugh,
Michael Edward McHugh Jr.,
Robert G. McAvee,
Donald James McIntyre,
Stephanie Marie McKenna,
Molly L. McKenzie,
Barry J. McCarron,
Evelyn C. McKennedy,
Darrell Laren McKinney,
George Patrick McLaughlin Jr.,
and my father, my angel, Manuel Osvaldo Asitimbay. Dad, remembering you, it's easy. I do it every day. But missing you is the sorrow that never goes away. Your sons and Ma, we all miss you very much, Dad. Te extraño, Papa.
And my beloved aunt, Margaret Mary Connor. My aunt was a very bright light in so many lives. She was a loving wife. She was a wonderful mother to her daughter, Corrine, a grandmother to Nicole, a sister to 6 siblings, an aunt to many nieces and nephews. She was a friend, she was a mentor, and she was my angel. But mostly, she was a child of God. I know she watches over all of us. She will be forever missed and forever loved.